Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I'm Jordan. This is James. And tonight we're going to talk about Trump empowerment syndrome. But first, please consider donating to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The link is in the description box, and the website is in the intro to this video. Click that link down there. Right down there, description box. Devon's Journey to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The GoFundMe link down there. Yes. Okay, so Trump empowerment syndrome. There seems to be people that'll play teams no matter what. And these particular guys we're going to talk about seem Team Trump almost no matter what, except for maybe one of them. One of them might be a little different. The other one probably wants someone more extreme than Trump, but, you know. And then we have guys like this, who I think has a differing agenda compared to most people. He's not American, by the way, but he definitely wants American foreign policy to reflect his views, which is, I need to be right about this. Whatever I say, whatever ideology I speak against, it must be tarnished in the U.S. government. They must knock it down.
I
told you I was right. Look at it.
Yeah. I fake a concerned face when something horrible happens.
Yeah.
He's that dude, right? That sees some child get hit with a car and there's blood everywhere. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And they observe, they look at everybody. Their concerned faces, horrified. He goes back into his house, goes in a mirror, and practices the reactions. You know, it's like, fuck, man. Look at this. It's like, you don't give a shit.
Yeah, this guy is a charlatan, I would say. I would say he's a shill for himself, his own ideology. I think he's a narcissist. He wants to be right about everything. So he will shapeshift scenarios or just not investigate them. Look for keywords that he's against and see, I told you. I tried to warn people for years.
Yeah.
And this is what happens. So here we go. This is Stefan Molyneux talking about Venezuela. We will get the comments later. Here we go.
This terror! Women streaming across the border into Colombia, selling their bodies for food. Children being sold.
He's screaming.
Like side orders of fucking bacon. People without health care. People without food. The average Venezuelan has lost like 24 pounds because they've got nothing to eat.
Propaganda.
Max Blumenthal sort of shit on that whole notion. Also, see how he brings healthcare in. If you have socialism, you can't have healthcare. That's basically a little route to make you focus on Bernie Sanders or someone like that. Like, this is why we can't have Bernie Sanders, because of socialism. Do you see what socialism does? Look what it did to Venezuela, without giving all the information and facts about Venezuela. That's this guy, Canadian, by the way.
Not that it matters. It just seems like it's like a group of Canadian reporters or YouTubers for some fucking reason, very similar as far as where they land on the political spectrum. It's really weird.
This guy will go from Trump fan to Trump apologist like that.
Yeah.
When he reads the temperature and realizes, oh, people don't like this, he'll become an apologist. If Trump does something where the majority of fans are like, yeah, he's a Trump fan.
Yeah.
But all in all, it's for his own whatever. His own, what's the word? Profit.
Benefit, yeah.
There we go.
And 2012, not that long ago, they took away the guns of the Venezuelans. Because you see, they just care so much about the Venezuelan people that they want to keep them safe from any harm, you see? So they just took away all their guns, and now what?
How'd those guns get there today? I don't know if you guys are up to it. I saw guns there. I saw ammunition.
I saw crates.
I saw fucking silencers on guns.
I saw a machete.
On high-powered weaponry.
Yeah.
So how'd those guns get there?
Well, it looks like some sort of funding was in order.
Did Maduro take away the guns in order to in order to say, okay, if someone just wants to come over here and just steamroll my country, these, quote unquote outsiders, well, just let them do it. Is that why he took the guns? Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But there were guns there today. And I don't know what this has to do with what Molyneux's point is with this.
Think of it like...
Talking points?
Well,
I think it's talking points.
You could say that. I was going to go more in the lines of, raking rows. That way, when he plants seeds in his garden, he can have it in a nice, orderly fashion.
Fair enough. We'll get the comments, guys.
There's not one human being alive who is going to take your guns with good intent.
You fucking fake ass trick, you punk bitch. Fucking, he doesn't give a shit. You hear him? Take your guns alive.
He's a theater actor.
Yeah, man.
He knows how to project.
He does. He's
He
aware.
hits certain tones.
It's creepy.
And he knows how to look down and read a script.
It's like a guy saying, hey, man, or hey, young lady, let's go on a date. Let's go on a make-out session. Deep, dark in the Kennedy-esque woods. But one condition, you cannot bring your cell phone, and you sure as hell cannot bring a rape whistle. And no guns. Well, what do you think's going to happen? What is wrong with people? I keep running into this brick wall of my own stupidity. In that,
You're trying to make yourself sound like you're a genius that predicted this. You predicted this for years and blah, 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 blah.
Meanwhile, there's multiple videos about him, flip-flopping, so that's wonderful, right?
Yeah.
that I think that there are people out there that at some point their conscience has got to catch up with them. At some point, their conscience has, at some point, don't they wake in the morning? Don't they wake in the morning and say, 3 o'clock in the morning, some deep, dark tea time of the soul, don't they wake up? Don't they have a dream about the horrors that they've unleashed on the world, on these poor people in Venezuela?
Sociopath.
Don't they wake up and say, I got that, man, did I get that wrong?
Yeah, there are people doing that. They started investigating, finding out all the sanction details, all the manipulating oil prices, all the history of the rest of South America. It's like, yeah, people did turn their conscience on and said, what the fuck is this? This is clearly a coup.
Not only that.
Clearly. You come in with guns and clearly. People noted that they look like U.S. issued guns. As far as the type, the brand, the type they are. I don't know a lot about guns.
I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
Also, silencers? What do you need silencers for?
Yeah, no.
You gonna sneak away after? What's going on here?
Especially looking at who Guaido really is. Where did that guy go to school? Was he groomed? Where'd he go?
Check out Max Blumenthal for those details. Yeah. Also, for the food shortages, go to Max Blumenthal. That's who I recommend personally. Abby Martin.
Don't believe in those really fucking fake ass thumbnails. Do you see the grocery stores? Do you see it? It's like
that's where he's gone.
It's like where were you, buddy?
This sounds like Jared Taylor talking about the primaries, talking about the Democratic primaries.
Yeah.
Well, who's the identitarian? Clearly they'll win. Whoever's focused on black rights will clearly be the winner.
Yeah. Okay.
Joe Biden's a shoo-in. It's like, what?
Yeah.
We'll get more to that later. Here you go.
I praised a guy who created a system that turned into this semi-fascistic, half-totalitarian nightmare. Like the people who praised the founding of communist North Korea, and now it's turned into this absolute nightmare, the world's biggest open-air prison camp.
Forgets to mention that there was a family passed down dictator rather than a democratically elected government.
Yeah.
Like Chavez, like Maduro. He won't mention that because he needs socialism to lose for him to be right, so he can make more money off you. Don't talk about the New Zealand shooting, so you need to donate to Free Domain Radio. Donate there.
Huh? You're about to say Devon. You're like, donate to I mean.
No.
I thought.
I can smell my own psyche. No.
I don't know.
I would admit if I was.
I hope so.
It's like a fight. You just admit it.
Hey, it's all right, buddy.
I'm one of those
It
guys that
happens. It
just
happens to
admit that they
everybody.
fought it.
It happens to everybody. Maybe he's trying to get a job on Fox News.
No.
Maybe.
This guy's out for number one.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm 100% sure of that. All right, I'm 99% sure of that. Yeah, he's a narcissist.
Maybe an appearance.
He's ready to make money. He needs his ideology to be the winner. I told you.
Oh, wait, this is the same
It's
guy.
about him being
this is
right
the same
more
guy,
than people dying.
This is the same guy in the day of the shooting.
Yeah.
I
beg you.
What's his name?
Who?
Or the place.
New Zealand?
New Zealand shooting. Instead of doing a video like talking about that, he begged for money.
He begged for donations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
With starving people and broken people and abused people. And I mean, you got to see the sketches of people who've survived these North Korean concentration camps and just the terror that they have, or the hatred that they have towards the guards who had power over them, who did what every human being who thirsts for and gets power does, which is fuck everyone with it as hard as they can. That's what human beings do when they get power. Like, we have these...
Which part of communism has anything to do with concentration camps? Is that necessary? Like, that has to be there? That's a part of communism? Concentration camps? Imprisoning people. Is that one of the top totems of communism?
It must be.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Here we go. As Molyneux just splurts out the propaganda from the State Department.
weird things. We say, Lord Acton said the power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, and I accept that now. Let's get the government to control food. Let's get the government to control medicine. Let's get the government to take all our weapons. Let's get the government to control prices and oil and roads and everything. Children's education, old age pensions, unemployment insurance, welfare state, food and goodies for single mothers. Let's let the government control it all. But you know, power corrupts, and I accept that.
This dude's performing for everyone, just so you know.
Yeah.
He's performing whatever the fuck he's doing.
The video's gonna skip.
Whatever. This is all enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really is. He has no idea about the sanctions that happened in Venezuela.
I think he's an idiot when it comes to actually looking at politics.
Yeah. He's comparing Venezuela to North Korea and saying, look, it doesn't work.
And quite honestly, you might be able to say the same for morality.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking pushing your bullshit so you can make money? You don't give a fuck about people.
Yeah.
Fucking slime ball, man.
There we go.
I believe that one. I believe this one too.
What is people's major malfunction that they accept all of this and then still want to shovel bucket loads of human gristle into the power furnaces of the state?
Thank you, Miriam.
It's insane.
Does the U.S. intervene in other people's elections? Well, yum.
Let me touch your hand in solidarity.
Well, yum.
No. She's like,
Fuck that guy.
Let me touch your shoulder in solidarity.
Right,
that was fucking funny
continue.
and dark.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It's not. I apologize for that. I got that completely wrong. It's not insane, because that would actually be an insult to insanity, which is relatively harmless compared to the pumping up of the sociopathic oligarchy known as socialism.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Bull.
What the U.S. does is, it's freedom. He's passing freedom around the world.
Yeah. Listen.
The oligarchy's down there in Venezuela. That's where it's at.
You can't have freedom fries.
Yeah.
With any socialist country.
You see when the U.S. says, hey, Brits, don't let Venezuela get a hold of their own gold reserves. Don't let that happen. That's called freedom. when the U.S. we're sending aid to Venezuela because they're struggling with food because we won't let them pay for it. And a history of, I don't know, sneaking weapons through these aid trucks. That's called freedom.
Funding rebel groups as well.
Funding rebel groups. Arming rebel groups. That's called freedom.
As well as being involved in alleged fucking coups that involve assassination on a democratically elected president, having snipers on rooftops.
Is
that freedom? Freedom? Yeah. Very free.
Getting what I would call proxy countries like Saudi Arabia to pump out more oil than they ever do.
Yeah.
To drive the oil prices down. That's called a freedom strategy.
Right.
That's what it is.
Not only that.
When shit goes bad, it's because of socialism.
Not only that, right? Doing the whole self-fulfilling prophecy as far as socialism's bad, but we're gonna make this country suffer.
Yeah.
That they're not socialists, but they have socialist policies. Yeah. So not only that, so that way we can tell you that it's horrible. See, Medicare for all? No, see them? They're suffering. Yeah, because you're fucking making them suffer. Fuck you. They don't have enough food.
So clearly, obviously, we're being facetious, but come on, guys. Yeah, facetious.
I was being a little bit sarcastic there, but you know.
I'd call that the very similar thing.
Go sit down.
But all right, for real, I'm not some proponent of any type of social system or whatever. I look more towards righteousness and morality. That's what I like to stick to. But clearly in this case in Venezuela, it's not something of socialism's evil, so it caused all these problems. Clearly there's other hands in the pot.
Yeah.
Like very clearly. And it's been like that for years. And there's all the other countries in
a very long time.
And all the other countries in South America, in the Middle East, that the US has had their fucking hands in.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, this is so dishonest to say, or it's completely incompetent. And this guy has, 915,000 fucking subscribers. He has 1,500 people watching him right now. And he's passing us along like it's, I told you about socialism. Now, part of me thinks he would, even if he did have the information, which he might, if he had the information, like all the sanctions and all the bullshit happening, he'd still be selling this story to us right now. Some part of me believes that.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious this guy's a fucking opportunist, and he'll fucking go whatever way you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever way the grain's going, where the money's gonna fucking pop up, that's where this dude's gonna go. So remember what he sounded like in before Trump happened? All right.
Yeah.
You take everything he fucking said, you write it down on a fucking list. Like I get a fucking blackboard. Write down like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Glenn Beck, the motherfucker.
If the guy says
blackboard
if the guy says blueberry pie, it's the best ever. Right now he's gonna say cherry's the best. Like what?
I told you.
Vanilla's amazing. No, chocolate's the way to go.
Instead of going and looking at my past videos, just donate. Here, right here. freedomainradio.com/donate.
This dude's a straight up narcissist, so maybe a sociopath. I don't know. To me, he looks like a fucking opportunist, just like the rest of these motherfuckers with suits on. The only difference is this guy has a fucking YouTube channel, and he'll fucking tell you either way and ask you for donations. He doesn't give a fuck about people. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. Really look at what's happening to fucking Venezuela for the past 20 years. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. He doesn't care to fucking look into who was a president before Chavez. Before Hugo Chavez, and how Chavez got elected, and how that whole fucking thing played out, and how he was depicted in U.S. media as a horrible dictator. I'm not saying he was perfect, but don't fucking do that.
He staved off sanctions for years, Chavez, right? Because it's not like they were just letting him go home free.
No.
So they were definitely doing bullshit with him too, and he somehow maintained the country.
And then after he died, you got Maduro, and you got some fucker who was. We recognize you in a lunchroom. Are you serious?
So
how fucking isn't that off? Isn't that fucking weird? Just imagine if fucking like in Japan, right?
Yeah.
They have in some sort of lunchroom, whatever the fuck. It's and then you translate it. It says right. It says we recognize you as the new Chinese president.
Yeah.
And China's like what? You know how fucking scared people are gonna be?
Yeah.
How weird that is.
Yeah.
oh, these 50 countries recognize you as the president. I'm like, do they have a history of being corrupt?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? We don't recognize you. It's like, you fucking criminals. And now this guy...
And his criminals are the ones that are saying this. That's fucking
And this
crazy.
guy is just like, Ben, I told you socialism doesn't work. Like, what? Fuck you. Socialism, capitalism, these things aren't living entities that have fucking tentacles and they grab onto people and they fuck them in the face and shit until they... Time to kill! It's like, yeah, you got it, man. Such a great philosopher. The greatest philosopher on YouTube. Quite possibly in the world.
I'm thinking the world. Universe? There's some Mark Largs out there.
Since Jesus Christ. Since Jesus.
It was that alien in Independence Day, but Will Smith punched him in the face.
Oh, gotcha.
So that dude's out. All right, not for nothing, I just want to say Joe Biden also agrees with John Bolton, Mike Pompeo, Donald Trump. Just not for nothing. The same people everyone hates. Well, I say real people that really look into politics. Those same guys that hate, same people that they hate, are also the same guys supporting Guaido as the president of Venezuela.
When that walrus opens,
you can throw Molyneux into that class.
When that walrus opens his mouth, I listen.
Yeah.
You know. No, it's not like he and a bunch of other people are involved in some sort of criminal activity.
Yeah.
Lying to the public about whatever. All
right. I can leave this here because I could wreck this guy more, but
that's all I need, really.
We can go back another time and see the full video because he's still going. I bet.
Think of it like
whatever he's doing, spouting bullshit.
Think of it like I could end this fight right now, but if I let this go 6 rounds, like six more rounds, then I can just hurt you more.
Well, we got other videos and comments.
Yeah,
to get to.
There's a lot of them.
All right. So, as our break usually goes, please donate to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The link down there in the description box. It's a GoFundMe account. And the money doesn't go to us. I'm thinking some people might think that it's our thing that we're.
The guy we talked to is you. I mean, the guy that is his wife, whatever the fuck. He's a fucking subscriber.
Pyramid 7, shout out.
You could fucking ask him. It's his link.
Yeah, it's put up by a doctor.
Oh, there you go.
It's linked to a doctor. Okay. So there you go. So Devon's Journey to Recovery, GoFundMe link down there. Fuck Free Domain Radio. Fuck that shit. Go support him, man. Why not?
I'm not gonna say fuck it. I'm just saying it's like, at least be real with this dude. You know?
Yeah, that's why. Like no one took him seriously, which a lot of people don't take him seriously. It's still entertaining as fuck. Let's be honest.
I don't know, man. I die a little inside every time I see some dude like this. You know, it's like, you lost fucking soul.
Say you wanna get in.